time for a coffee. Now, I've already boiled the kettle because this machine sometimes takes some heating up, and I just fancy an Oreo coffee. Now, the thing is, the last time I made one, Tracy told us that it's going to give you a full cup, right? Well, I don't know what happened, but it gave us more than a full cup. It just kept going and going and going and going and going. I had to get a pint glass out and another pint glass. So considering that's supposed to fill your cup up halfway, I got more than what I was bargaining for last time, so I'm going to try again. So let's hope this works. Alright guys,
Hi!
it's Sunday, so that's why you look
Another
at us.
week's vlog.
Yes, exactly. Sunday vlog is here again. And
Yeah.
look, we're on a tripod this time. I was messing about doing some video work earlier on. I thought, no, let's leave it on the tripod to say
our
hello to
intro
everyone.
this week, so
Because
yeah.
usually I'm like, oh, my hand's shaking and my arm's going to go. So that's like, you know, I like this. We might actually adopt this like in the future. You know what I mean? Like for future vlogs going forward. So
An
we just
idea,
relax,
isn't it?
sit in front of my command centre and just welcome you to the vlog. And on that note, take a look at what we got up to
This week.
Right, am I missing something here? Because that light's on and there's no noise coming out. Honestly, I can't work this machine. I think I'm doing something wrong. It should be coming out. Why won't it work? And the water's hot. Oh, it's making a noise. It's making a noise. God, you can smell the Oreo already. It smells lush. So I'm going to take this glass and I'm going to just get it ready just in case I need it, because if it cuts out again. Is that it? The cup isn't even full. I'm really no good at coffee making machines, am I? That should be more than that, surely. Seriously, that's me stuck. It's not going to be watery again, is it? It stopped again. Half a cup, that's all I've got. I'm definitely going to need sugar in. I think I might have to do some milk. Put some milk in. Is that hot enough? Yes, it is. Better than nice, but not as nice as when Tracy does it. Right, I'm still looking for a smaller vlogging camera so I can make, obviously, you know, more portable vlogs and use this for my business, which is what I go it for. Watching so many people on YouTube and them saying like they go through cameras like there's no tomorrow when they're vlogging, and I don't really want to do that with me main camera that I use for my business. But the main thing is, again, I keep saying the sound. Now, speaking of sound,
I've got this that everyone seems to highly rate. This is the Rode Video Mic Micro, I think. And a lot of people have been vlogging with this. And then obviously, you know, you put the wind muff on. But the problem is with the compact cameras I'm thinking of getting, you can't, there's no sound input. Unless you use an external recorder. And then that means the audio has to be synced in post. So, you know, just when you don't know what to do for the best. But I'm quite interested to see what this is going to look like on there. And what the sound quality will be like. And bear in mind, this isn't powered at all. So, you know, like, you've got to remember to switch the microphone on this on. There's been a few times where I've vlogged and I've had to sort of say my bit again because it wasn't recording. So it's easy to forget to not switch the power on that microphone. And with this one, you don't have to worry. So I am thinking of possibly getting the model down from this microphone and seeing whether that would be any better for production work. But again, this one just sounds so good though, doesn't it? Oh, look at that. That looks nice, doesn't it? Rice and pasta and now, what do you call it again,
it's
Dan?
Risotto.
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 A taste, because I like salmon, you know what I mean? Of course, he's going to sit on his mat. Good lad. Good boy. One's got broccoli in as well.
Peas, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely, that. It's nice and healthy. You can taste the healthiness of it. That's the main thing. Right. Need to clean this room, and I need to move those boxes over there behind the vanity panel. And I need to hoover, and I just need to tidy up basically. So let's go.
I don't take my life for granted. I've been waking up tight day after day. Hope is taking its time to go my way, but I don't take my life for granted. I'm gonna hold on tight to what I've been handed. I'll try not to.
Can you believe I'm actually chucking these out? Honestly, it's like I'm actually chucking these out because they all be ancient and I don't really need them. And sometimes you just gotta let go and stop being a hoarder.
So when you look at yourself,
They're all done. Nice and tidy. The room smells nice, everything's been dusted, everything's been tidied up. That'll probably be a mess again in a couple of days' time when I start working again, but for now, I'm happy.
don't take your life for granted.
Wow, it's been a busy Saturday today, guys. I've had my mum and dad over. I've had my Auntie Maureen over, who comes to visit every now and again. We've had Ian and Gina, Tracy's mum and dad, and we've had their little nephew, stroke grandson, Tracy's brother Tony's little boy, is only about 3 weeks old, Harrison. So we've just had him. Now I didn't film it because you like to ask the permission of the parents, don't you? They were okay with us videoing Lincoln as long as it wasn't too much of the vlog, but he's like a 3-week-old baby. Anyway, I didn't have a chance to ask him, so I just thought, well, I'll leave this out and we'll just have some quality family time. Now that was nice. Tracy is now on her driving lesson, and when I'm left to my own devices and I'm on my own, I gravitate towards this, my man cave, with obviously my machines and my computers and stuff. Now I'm getting close to starting the garden office, and I need to get them to come out and give us a quote. so that we can make a start at least. I mean, you know, I won't be done overnight and I won't be moving in overnight, but that means we'll get this massive room back as our main bedroom, which will be cool. So, you know, it sounds like I'm getting my own private space, but we are gaining from that, obviously, house-wise, do you know what I mean? So that's always good. So yeah. Nace is tired, aren't you, son? You tired of Hiccup being here, aren't you? So yes, so if we look out of the window, the garden office is going to start there at the edge of that path, go all the way along to the edge of that deck and up and right along. Now the problem is we've got a grass area here. That's all natural paving and that's actually quite expensive. So there's no way that I'm going to natural pave this bit without, it's just a waste of time if a garden building's going to go on it. So we're going to just cement that to the same level and then put the garden building there. And then what we're going to do is along here we're going to get rid of that shed, and along here we're going to have a little bit more of the garden building, and on the end it'll be a shed area to put the lawnmower and stuff in. So that means that we're only going to have basically that and all of that as grass, and that's it. So that's basically what I'm going to do. Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, well, you know, why are you keeping the grass? Is it worth keeping the grass just for that little bit? No, the reason why we're keeping the grass is for Ace, because for some reason he's only ever gone for a number 2 on grass. Now Tracy's mum Gina raised a good point today, which I'd never thought of, which was, why don't you just put the fake grass down for the little bit that you've got? Which is a good idea, but I've heard conflicting stories about putting artificial grass down and still having a dog do his doo-doos on it. You know, you would have thought it would be a case of just, you know, washing it down and obviously not letting it get to a bad level of, you know, shall we say, untidiness. But sometimes, you know, dogs weaken, like this colour real grass, so what would it do to the artificial stuff? But then Gina said, oh no, she knows someone who's got the artificial grass and she keeps on top of it and it's absolutely fine. So it would be nice if we had artificial grass that we didn't have to cut every summer. See them garage buildings over there? Now that company I'm going to get to do the garden office. Now they look really like sheds, really, don't they? But what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to have it a bit wider, and I don't mind it looking like a garden shed from the outside. Obviously it's going to be insulated, it's going to have electricity, possibly its own fuse box, it's going to be plastered, you know, it's going to be a proper building on the inside. It might look like a shed from the outside, but I'm not really bothered about that. Oh, and I'm not putting any windows in, right? Number 1, ooh, that's nice equipment, I think I'll have that. Stop burgling, right? Number 2, I want like obviously artificial light all the time. I don't want natural light. So the difference is if I'm shooting with my studio lights on and using the daylight, if I'm halfway through, I don't know, a film review or a technology review for the channel, and then the light changes outside, it's still going to change the light on the inside because it was using some of the outside light as your overall lighting, if that makes sense. So what I'm hoping to do is just completely just have it in total darkness and use artificial light all the time, so that means your lighting will never change, and I think that's definitely the way to go. Now I'm thinking about making it into a sort of cinema room as well, where we can have like a pull down screen, stick a couch in there, some red curtains, you know, make it look movie, you know, the movie style of the cinema and stuff. And also it's going to be good when we have kids, we can make like a big thing of movie night, can't we? You know, get some popcorn, get some ice cream, big film on the screen, you know, connect the Cody box up to the projector, so the Cody box will be able to show all the latest cartoons, and really, you know, it'll be an office space for me, but it'll also be like a family thing, you know, because it's not all about me. Now the thing is, we're going to put a normal PVC door, and the door's going to be at this side, and where it goes along here, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm having hopefully my computer area at that side, and then I want like a little cupboard where I can put like all my server stuff and even my Mac really. And so behind, say, this wall will be a little server room with everything in, and it'll also improve the actual noise, because a few people have said on the videos that you can hear some sort of pickup. Well, obviously that's my server vibrating. In fact, listen, you might be able to hear this. Listen. Can you hear that? That's actually, the server's actually not as loud as what it sounds. I mean, obviously it is there now, but it's actually vibrating, because obviously that's got hard drives in and that's on a shelf, so it's vibrating all the way up and onto there. Check this out, right? So you know how I had Windows 10 on my Mac? Well, I've taken it out because Windows 10 seems to be really sluggish on my Mac Pro. So obviously that's been taken out, and that was my SSD. So what I've done is I've got a 480 gig SSD here. Now external SSDs, especially for video editing for like scratch discs or storage, is pretty expensive at the minute. So I already had the SSD, so I'm getting an enclosure, look, and it's USB 3. So I'm going to put that in there, connect that up, and you've got a portable hard drive, which is a SSD, which is going to be faster for read and write speed. So I could either render to this, or I could use this as just a drive that I carry around with just the current project that I'm working on. And I'm thinking of going for the MSI range of gaming laptops for my next video editing machine. I think I'm going to get rid of Apple, certainly for the laptop. I've toyed with the idea of getting rid of the Mac Pro altogether, because I'm constantly aware that this machine, when it does pack up, and there's nothing wrong with it at the minute, it's fine, when it does pack up, it's going to be a problem getting a Mac system as powerful again, because there isn't one.
I've just literally came in from my driving lesson and the weather is atrocious. I have been driving in the rain the whole time. If you have a look out there, well, it was bouncing off the table. I think it's a little bit less now, so that's not too bad. But it went well, actually. He's basically saying to us that he'd like us to try and get my test done, because I've actually done a mock test, because I bought one of them apps for on my phone, and I managed to get, what was it? It was 40 out of 50 I managed to get, and the pass rate, I do believe, is 43. So it means that I think I'm almost there. So he said he's hoping the next time we have a lesson I might have passed, or on the way to passing, which is quite good. So I've had a really good lesson. I've been doing a lot for myself in the car and that, and I've done some parallel parking, and I've done, what else was it? A turn in the road. He told us it's not a 3-point turn anymore, because obviously you don't have to do it in 3 manoeuvres. So it's a turn in the road, okay? Just so you know, it's a turn in the road. And anyway, I've managed to get a lot of my, well, let's get my picture. I've managed to complete a lot of this paint and by numbers that I was doing. If you're interested in seeing, it's there like that. So it looks quite good from a distance. Obviously I've still got a corner still to do, so that's not too bad. And I bought another one, but this one will be for my mum, because she loves elephants. So I've bought one, and it actually arrived today, but it was a signature, so I had to have a re-delivery this week for it, and I managed to get it done for today. I've got it here. It's like a much bigger pack, with loads of colours in it, just like crazy. And some elephants, which my mum loves, so I thought I would try it out. So that'll be good if I can get that done, hopefully within the next month or something, and then I'll be able to give it to her. She's really looking forward to having it. And today it's been really nice, because my mum's been over with my dad and Hiccup, so the dog's been playing with Hiccup, so he'll be knackered this afternoon. they brought over my nephew. So I managed to feed him and rock him to sleep and everything like that. So it's been really nice. And I managed to get, not a photo today, my mum has, so I'm going to get that off her. I'm going to get her to send it to us. But I've managed to get a nice photo, wait, let's see, of us with my nephew, which is just really nice. And I'll get her to send that other one off today. Obviously they've left. Same with Adam's parents, they've been over today. So it's actually been a really full house today. And his Auntie Maureen came over as well, which was nice. So yeah, the house is just really quiet now because it was so loud and noisy while they were here. So it's just, yeah, it's a lot more quiet. And if you've noticed, I've had my hair dyed again. Funny story about that, right? Adam actually does this for us. He's a dab-hand at doing the dye. But when I was putting it on, because it's red in that, it looked orange, the dye that I put on my hair. So I honestly thought I was going to turn out ginger. And then when I washed it, my hair still had a bit of like the orangey tint to it. So I was like, oh crap, I think I'm going to go into work ginger. But luckily when I dried it, it's turned out a nice red colour. And the funny thing with this dye is it only takes like 10 minutes, and I didn't even keep it on the full 10 minutes because obviously I didn't want to go proper ginger from what the colour looked like, so I thought if I have it on less time it might not look so bad, but luckily I was alright.
Can you go there?
Aye.
You're coming on with your driving lessons, which is always good to hear.
Yes.
So she's getting the confidence up, even though I'm more confident in her than she is in herself.
Yeah.
But I think after Friday, what day was it?
Saturday.
After Saturday's lesson, I think you believe in yourself more now, aren't you?
I am,
You
yeah.
can actually believe, like, I can do this now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Still had clammy hands though, bless her, didn't you?
Yeah,
Like
I always
before.
get really clammy hands.
It's weird,
It
isn't
either goes cold and then I get like really sweaty hands, and not very nice.
So I don't know where that comes from, but I suppose it's just nerves, isn't it?
My
So,
mum said to us though that when
Yeah.
she had her driving lessons and stuff, she got nervous still.
Alright, because we didn't vlog this, but our family came over, had a great Saturday.
Yeah, it
Visit
was
our
a busy.
family. And
We had
I
one,
met
two,
my
three,
nephew,
four,
didn't I?
5.
Is he my nephew? Is he classed
6,
as
7.
nephew?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, it technically is because we're married, so.
With us two, there was 7 adults and obviously the baby as well, so there was
Yeah.
like 8 of us in the house all together.
So it was
like,
lovely
wow.
to meet my new nephew. Obviously we didn't vlog it. Now, his dad Tony is actually quite happy with us vlogging, as long as it's not like too much, because you've got to ask the parents' permission, and if he didn't want to, then that's fair enough.
That's the thing, because my brother's basically said that he hasn't obviously put him on Facebook or anything yet, because he doesn't want to yet.
Yeah, so we're not
So
gonna vlog
obviously
about
we're
it.
not going to vlog about it until he basically gives us the go ahead that we can get him on
But
there.
you've seen Lincoln though, he's been on
I
before.
very briefly
Yeah.
flashed a picture of me holding Harrison up so you could get a brief glimpse type thing, but I can't really vlog
He's
until...
so cute, isn't he? He's like
I
proper
know.
tiny. It's making me brooding, I'm a guy. It just
Yeah.
makes you think like, God,
I
that's
gave
gonna
him
be
a bottle and I winded him and I rocked him to sleep and everything. I think I've got the touch,
It's
haven't I?
alright when he's not waking you up for a bottle though, like it's,
Yeah, I
it's all
know.
different when it's your own, but we are
Yeah.
looking forward to it, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed this week. We'll see you again, of course, next Sunday.
Yep.
And we're approaching a year nearly now. You know what I mean?
I know.
Episode, what's this? 47 or 48? 48, I think. So I won't have to go to 52 when we've done like a full year. That's alright, isn't it?
Milestone.
So yeah, so thanks again for commenting. You're starting to comment now and we love that. We like to
We
interact.
do, yes.
Just keep supporting us and keep telling your mates because we enjoy doing this.
We do.
But now we're talking to 77 subscribers, which, you know, you
So
guys
people are
out there,
actually watching us now.
some people have got thousands, obviously, but that's a big deal to us because,
Yeah.
you know, we enjoy
Each and every one of you are very important to us.
Exactly. So we'll see you next week. Have a good week, everyone. Take care. Look after yourself. And we'll see you next week. Puddings, we are puddings. So,
One important word tonight is pudding.
Yorkshire puddings. Yeah, I can't wait to get this vlog edited, I'm telling you.